Hi, dear lecturer. I'm Wu Haocheng, the group leader, and I'd like to introduce our group project. Our team consists of Lai Yingzhi, Lan Tianyu, Shi Xiaoyu, He Menghan, Huang Wenhao, and myself. The task has been divided as follows. Lan Tianyu is responsible for register and login and also designs the main function and for code assembly. And Huang Hao focus on record accommodation information and view customers information. And Wu Haocheng, myself, responsible for registered based on job department and also the code optimization. And Lai Jingzhi responsible for view list of customer, view list of accommodation, and also some functions for the employee. And Shi Xiaoyu responsible for complete customers information and view list and information of the accommodation. And last, He Menghan is focused on booking and bill information displaying. Our project aims to develop a comprehensive system for hotels, catering to three key roles: administrators, employees, and customers. The system functionalities are designed from multiple perspectives to address unique needs for each role. Beyond implementing the role requirements specified by our lecturer, we have introduced additional features to make the system more complete and user-friendly. This project has not only enhanced our team's ability to tackle complex challenges, but also refined our skills in logical programming and problem solving. The introduction is also need to be mentioned. First, you need to ensure all the files are in the folder, and then to register your employees as an administrator, you need to log in the administrator system with the original accounts provided in the field administrator doc test. And you can choose display the accounts to let the employees know them. Now let's welcome our members to explain their parts.
Okay, now let me start to introduce the login and the registration system. First, at the beginning of the program, users need to choose their own identities, respectively administrator, employee, customer, corresponding to ABC. User input will enter the corresponding part. We first look at the administrator section. Once the user selects A, to enter the administrator section, you need to enter the correct ID and the corresponding password to enter the latter program. Let's see how ID and password correspond. As you can see, we store the ID and password in the sum file, with the file ID and password as the keys. Browse through the file for the related values, and if they match, it is entered successfully. And then let's look at the employee login. So let's go through it. It can be found that the only difference between administrator is that you need to select your own department. So there is a little difference in the function of JDG ID and the password. That is, adding the section of the department. For consumer, we can choose to register a new account or log into the original account. The login part is the same as administrator, so we can pay attention to the registration system. We first browse. The logic is that the user enters the ID and checks again to avoid the same ID, and then input the password and finally store it in the file. Okay, now let's see how to implement this. Start by checking again. User ID and password as keys and going through the entire file. If any ID is the same as the ID entered, registration fails. Of course, registration fail is not terrible. Our system back to the intimate inquiry whether to continue to register. When the registration is successful, the ID and the password are saved as keys and their values in the file for subsequent use. Whenever we finish using a function, our program asks if we want to use the next function. And if we choose yes, we stay logged in, and if we don't, we go back to the original interface. At the same time, I am responsible for the overall framework, so let me quickly describe what our team has accomplished. The registration and the login part, which I just mentioned, has been completed. See there are 6 functions for administrator. Function A realizes record accommodation information. Function B realizes where customers information. Function C is realized register based on job department. And we also extended the remaining 3 functions, among which registering a new administrator and browsing all employee information is my job. And their logic is also to find the key value pairs in the file and return values. If you look at this function, it satisfies the while list of customer and the while list of commendation. Finally, in the customer part, function A realizes complete customers information, and function B realizes where list and information, booking and knowing bill. My partner will inform you how to realize these functions. Thank you.
I'm Huang Wenhao, and I'm responsible for the part for administration to record the accommodation information and view the customer information. And this is the main content. Consists of two functions. The first one is record accommodation, and the second one is view customer information. Let's go on the first part, record accommodation. This is the Brave flowchart. To record accommodation, we first get the room type which user choose. User want to record the information of single room or twin room or big room or luxury room, and then check the input of user. First check the length, and then check whether 1, 2, 3, 4, and then assign the file name which will be open later. And for example, if user choose the 1, we will assign single room txt to file name. Then open the file and then get the room number. First check the room number whether it's 3 digits, and then check whether the room number are only number. Then print the room number into the file. And then get the people contained. We use the selection to prevent negative number, and then print the people contained to file, and then get description. We remove the \n at the end of the description and replace it by \0, and then print it into file. And then get the price. We also use a selection to prevent negative number, and then print the price into file, and finally close the file. And at last, we get choice from user. User want to record next room or exist. If user choose 1, the while looping will continue. If choose 2, the looping will break. The second part, view customer information, is the brief flowchart. To view customer information, we first get choice. The variable view what? The user want to view information of specific customer or view the information of all customer. And then get the target ID, the variable ID to search, and then open file. And then read the information from file. We use fget. We get the information in the first line from the file, and then store the information in a variable line. And then we replace \n with \0, and then create a copy of line to prevent breaking the original data. And then split the information by comma, and continues separate the line until token equal customer ID. We first call the street talk, we will get the first file, and then we call it for the second time, we will get the second file, and then we assign the second file to the variable ID. And then compare ID with ID to search, which is our target ID. If they are the same, we will print all the information separately by continuous separate the line again. If not, we will go on to the second line and the third line until all lines are finished. If all lines are done, we still do not find the information. That means no match ID number found. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Lai Jinzhi, and my job in the team is to code the view list of customer and view list of accommodation. Here are the bases for 3 main systems I wrote.
This is the housekeeping system. The housekeeper can view the list of accommodations and those rooms need cleaning, view the list of customers, upload room cleaning work, and go back to employee system. The next is the management system. This gives the manager the power to view the list of accommodations and customers, update customer check-in and check-out, as well as going back to employee system. Then is the finance system. This system lets the finance to view the list of accommodations and customers, check the total finance condition, and go back to employee system. This three bases isn't difficult to write, but some functions in it need some tricky method to accomplish. Let me show you how I did it. The first function is display all rooms information. It is to show the employee the overall view of the condition of every room in the hotel, and every employee has it. Here is the total flowchart and code of this function. Let's split it into pieces and have a look. First, the machine has to go into the file and locate every room, and whenever the machine finds room in it, it will memorize the room number and print its information out. Second, it will look at the clean status and memorize the room number that the clean status is 0, so that the housekeeper can know what rooms need to be cleaned when using the system. And one point to mention is that we use realloc so that we can change the room number timely while running the code. At last, you need to free the need cleaning file when there is no room in it anymore, so that we can reduce data storage. The second function I want to mention actually is used in three functions, but only slightly different. One is the update cleaning status, the other is update book in and update book out. So I will take update clean status as example to explain how this is done. Here is the total flowchart and code. The first step is to create a temp file to store the updated version of the file. Then the machine will read line by line to record every room number until it finds the same room number the employee entered. The third step is to update the new line, clean 1, to show that the room is clean, and to the temp file. In other cases, the machine will just update the original line in the original file. The last step is to remove the original file and rename the temp file with the original name if the room is found in all the files. Otherwise, the machine will just remove the temp file and nothing happens. This is all for my part. Wish you fully understand what I want to express, and thank you for listening. Bye.
Hi, I'm Wu Haocheng. Now it's my turn to introduce my section. First function is for registering based on job department. Here is the code and I will explain with the flowchart. The first step is to choose the department you want to register, and then is the ID, and calling the function getInfo to check if the ID exists before, or you need to input another one. Later, the account will then save into the file after setting the password. Then the question whether you want to register next one will be written, and you can choose to operate. Next one is the function getInfo, which is used to check if the ID has registered or found the department with an employee's ID, indicating that this is a double function. So to return the string, I just set the type of the function to be the char point, and also learned to dynamically allocating the memory with the command malloc. Here comes the basic step. The basic step first is to read the file line by line and matching the specific format and ID to get the corresponding department. Once matching successfully, for the mode 1, it returns the department, while for the mode 2, it indicating the ID do exist. However, if none of the ID matched after the loop, which means ID do not exist, the function will return a word not. Next, function 3 is for getting the room information and from the file. More than returning a string like before, this function is designed to return a struct recording some room information. The struct is defined as this. The first step is also open the file and read line by line until finding the room number expected. After getting all the information required, they will be saved into the struct and be returned. Next, function 4 focuses on displaying customers' information, but basically steps are quite similar to the last one, which is just read line by line and displaying. I don't want to mention anymore. Last but not least, function 5 is designed for both finance department and the booking part, which is able to update the room book condition and total income with data read from the file. Firstly, the book condition is recorded in a 4-dimensional array, whose first dimension is the types of the rooms, second is the year, third one is the day of the year, and last dimension is the room number. The array is initialized as all0. To tackle with the special situations such as dates across the new year or the year is a leap year, so I use the key idea of simulation by stimulating the build and counting the date, day by day, and from check-in date to checkout date. And also the book conditions array is updated at the same time. After all these things done, the total income will be plussed. Same logic is also used when judging whether the room has been booked between the dates inputted by customer when you're booking a new room, but it's a very similar function and no need to repeat. So that's all of my part. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shi Xiaoyu, ID AIT 2409039. I am responsible for the complete customer information and the review list and information of the accommodation functions of the customer part of the hotel management system. Now we'll proceed with function analysis and code implementation. This part of the demonstration includes 5 parts. 1. Mission background. 2. Functions 1, 2. 3. Main function code example. 4. Analysis of function. 5. Conclusion. First, let's understand the background of the project. The overview project goal is to design a hotel management system. My core content is customer information management. Customers fill in personal information and the system will save and display this information. Accommodation information value. Customer can value hotel room information including room type, room number, etc. Next, let's look at function 1, complete customer information. Functional goals. Customer need to fill in personal information including name, ID number, contact information, past medical history and special needs. Store information in the file customer txt for subsequent query and management. Interactive questions. Here I would like to ask everyone to think about it. How do you think story of customer information is shaped? You can think about it for a while, and you can see our group stores later and see if we have the same idea. Next, we like function 2, view list and information of accommodation. Function goals. Customers can choose to view accommodation information for different room type. The system will display the detailed information of each room type, including room type name, room number, and so on. Customer can also select specific rows to view based on room type. Interactive questions. If a customer selects a row type, how will the system display the detailed information of this row type? And how do customers decide which row to choose? We can also discuss these issues together later. Function code example. In the main function, we first call the customer information filling function and then check the accommodation information. Here, we can see the code for calling the main function. Analysis of the corresponding part in the main function. First, function 1, corresponding to option A. The code is mainly done through complete answer goal, CNFO. This function obtained and saved customer information. Then, function 2, corresponding to part of option B and option C. Mainly calls new accommodation list and info, and to display room information based on the room type and room number selected by the user. Flowchart of function 1. Complete customer information. Here is a flowchart for filling in customer information. The entire process starts with customer enter information, saving the information to your file. Finally display a confirmation message and finally ends. Core function analyzes complete customer information. Next, let's analyze the core function analyzes click underscore info and its related function in the detail, in order they are called in the main function. Breakdown and customer info. Purpose: get customer detail, name, ID, contact info, etc. by read underscore string to ensure safe input. Function: capture details like name, ID, customer numbers, contact number, past medical history, and special needs. Store customer info. Purpose: save the enter info for future use. Function: call write underscore customer info to file to store data in customer doc txt. Display confirmation. Purpose: show the customer their enter details to confirm accuracy. Function: output the enter information for verification. Here is a read function access. Write underscore string function. Function: read the string entered by the user and ensures that no overflow occurs due to entering too many characters. Detail: fget needs to read a line of string from standard input, and strcmpn is used to remove the new character at the end of string. In this way, it's guaranteed that the program can run normally even if the user input exceeds the processed character lines. Write customer info to file function. Function: store all customer information. Its customer doc.txt file. Detail: use fopen to open the file, and the mode is A to indicate upper writing ensure that originally file content is not overwrite. fprintf is used to font and write customer information and to ensure that each line have clear structure. Use fclose to close file to ensure file integrity. Next is the basic process of function 2. View list and information of accommodation. Start: the customer first select a row type, then system displays the row type information, and ask the customer whether to continue with other row types. This process repeats until the customer decides to end. Now let's analyze the code function, view list and information of accommodation. Next, we analyze the view accommodation list and the info function and its related logic. Select the row type file. Purpose: based on the row type selected by the user, decide which row information file, such as luxury row.txt, think row.txt, etc. to be read. Details: use docp to save the file name into file path. Get row information. Purpose: get all row numbers in specific file through get numbers function, and return the number of row. Detail: get number of numbers, read row numbers from file and store them to showing row underscore numbers. Show row information. Purpose: display detailed information of each row. Display underscore row underscore info function. Details: traverse obtain the row number array and display row number, type and other information one by one. Conclusion: in this demonstration, I introduced the two parts of the hotel management system: customer information filling, collect, store customer information through the complete CUINFO function, and confirm it. Accommodation information viewing. Display the row type and row detail selected by the user through view underscore accommodation underscore list and underscore and info function. That's all. Thank you for your patience in listening.
Is my part. Booking room. Customer requirement. First, select check-in and check-out dates correctly. Second, select the room tab in 4 tabs. Third, select the room number by giving. Fourth, see booking information to prevent double booking. There are 4 steps. Step 1. Data structure, room structure, booking, arrive, hotel bill. Step 2. Define function. Step 3. Use function logically. Step 4. Program execution operation. Step 1. Data structure. Book structure. To store detailed information about a room, including its room number, room type, description, price, cleanliness, status, and whether it has been booked. Book array. 4 room times. 3 years. 306 days. 1000. 2. Define functions. Get room information and number. Is leap year. Is leap year. 29 days in February is 28 days. Get day of year. Calculate the day is the day of the year. Just check in or check out. Right. What is the room type or date? Only 4 tabs, and the days each month. Update book list. Customers initial booking and save in tabs 3 and 4. Look at this picture. Choose room type. Display room information. Choose room number. Select check-in and check-out dates. Check room availability. Update booking information. Save booking information. This is the code shown